Alright, so I think everybody's probably overdue for a break from the Cochrane Bly mill for a little while. So I kind of got up a little itty bitty bit of courage for a new project. Now, hopefully I don't know even where to go with this. Anyways, so I wound up getting this from the auction that I got the mill from. 5C collet holding index thingamajig, spinamajig. Yeah, like what's his name said. Anyways, the one catch was I don't have the drawbar or draw tube for it. So I went ahead and ordered me a set of 5C collets for it. They just came in today. So I figured this is as good a time as any to start screwing around with trying another little threading project. So I ground me up a nice little cutter that fits pretty darn well here. Kind of got my motorcycle in the way. Okay. So I got this thing ground up fairly well. It's got an ever so slightly blunt edge, which I don't know if I'm going to be okay with that or not, but I figure since I've got it this close, I better just kind of go with it. One of the things I was having trouble trying to figure out was trying to determine, based off of the outside diameter of this, trying to determine the inside diameter that I actually need to turn the piece of pipe for that this is going to thread into to become the drawbar. So I kind of just was winging it for a little while there, just kind of guessing. And then it dawned on me that a few days back, Joe Pazinski put a video on about a real simple trick to get the internal diameter, I think it's minimum internal diameter, what I needed to turn the ID to so that I could start the threading process. So, based off of the measurements I was getting from the outside of the threads on this, 20 threads per inch, I took 50 thousandths off, and it's pretty close to what I was guessing as far as my minimum inside diameter to start thread cutting. Right now I'm at about, I've got about 8 thousandths or so more to come off before I can start threading. So I'm pretty darn close, I think. So we'll see how that goes. I definitely don't want to try and have you guys watch this, because this is going to be probably kind of a train wreck. But this started out life as a piece of 1-inch rigid or 1-inch galvanized water pipe. And I was surprised it's just about the right size. It's maybe a little bit smaller in outside diameter than I'd ideally like it to be, but I think this is going to be plenty good. If I can actually get a decent set of threads on the inside of this that'll match up to those 5C collets, and if I can get me a collar of some kind welded on the back here after I get this galvanized coating off of it, I will be tickled to death. So we'll see. Right now it's still pretty warm. I'm going to let it cool down before I try to get the final dimension on this thing, so that I don't get totally screwed up from expansion from heat. So wish me luck. This will be tonight's little project, or at least getting the threads will be tonight's little project. And then maybe tomorrow I'll come back. If the threads work out, tomorrow I'll come back and get, whatever collar on it back here and get it cut to length for the indexing head. So that's it. Wish me luck.